Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Knowledge Zone with Thaddeus. If you are coming here for the first time, please subscribe to my channel and like my video. In today's video, I am here to share with you 10 reasons why I think fintech banks can be considered to be a little better than the regular money deposit banks that we have across Nigeria. And one of the reasons why I'm making this video is because in my recent outreach, I noticed that many people are still skeptical in the concept of fintech banking. So maybe these reasons will help you to know that it is totally safe to own an account with fintech banks. So the first reason why I feel fintech banks may be considered to be better than deposit money bank is one of the areas of convenience. Now, there are some factors, some things that you may need to process with a bank, and it must warrant you to visit their branch. Let's say you want to process a standing order, or you want to process a fixed deposit, or you even want to obtain your debit card. Now, all those things are provided for in your mobile app for your fintech bank. If you want to place a standing order, the provision is there on your mobile app. If you want to process a fixed deposit, the provision is there. Unlike going to the bank to fill a form, wait on a queue and all that, including your transportation as well. So this aspect of convenience is my first reason why I feel fintech banks are better than normal deposit money banks. Now, the second reason why I feel fintech banks are better than deposit money banks is on the aspect of fees, transaction fees. Now, considering that deposit money banks have a wider range of expenses compared to the fintech banks, because those guys, they have structures to maintain, they have a very wide range of employees to take care of and all that. They have loads of paperwork that the expenses has to be provided for. Now, those guys are considered to have a very wider expenses to take care of compared to the fintech banks. But these guys, the fintech guys, they have very minimal expenses. Therefore, what they are actually charging to take care of their expenses is considerably lower than what an actual deposit money banks will charge you for your transaction. So while some of these fintech banks have a fixed deposit on every transaction, some of them go as far as making transaction to a fellow fintech bank free of charge. Some give you a particular number of transactions in a month, of which if you exceed a fixed amount will be charged to you per transaction and all that. But in general concept, the transaction charge by fintech banks is relatively lower than normal deposit money banks. Now, my third reason is faster transaction processing. Many businesses, medium, large scale, and small scale businesses that make use of account details in accepting of transfers have embraced fintech banks because in a situation of trying to receive payments from customers, these guys are faster. They are really fast in processing transaction, in the sense that when someone sends money to you, you receive the alert immediately, and when the transaction doesn't count, it will reflect immediately. Now, that is unlike the normal deposit banks, which network problem may warrant some transactions staying up to 24 hours before you can even receive a notification of such transaction. So on the aspect of processing transaction, fintech banks are top notch and are better than deposit money banks. Now, the fourth option is on the aspect of increased financial inclusion. Now, these fintech banks have gone way beyond deposit money banks, in the sense that in remote villages where bank branches are far from getting to, these banks are already there and they are dominating. So when you have someone in the village and there is no bank branch there for them to go and access funds, these guys already have access to these fintech banks. You see many of them owning accounts with up to 3 fintech banks, and because they can easily conduct transaction and receive transaction without going to any branches, they are very comfortable with them, and they don't even need you to come and open any bank branch for them for any reason, because they are already okay. Now, the fourth point is on the aspect of the customer relation service provided by the fintech banks. Now, these banks are aware that they don't have branches. They are aware that some customers will encounter difficulties and may need to reach out. So what do? They created a prompt using AI. Most of their customer service activities are being conducted by AI in such a way that if you, the user, come to lay a complaint or have an issue with them, you can actually have a user-friendly interaction with the AI and your issue will be resolved. That is unlike normal deposit money banks, where some transactional issues may warrant you to visit their bank branches, which they may tell you to come back today, come back tomorrow, and all that. So In the aspect of the customer relation experience, I would say that fintech banks are also better than deposit money banks. Now, my next reason is the real-time account update. Real-time account update. Now, in fintech banks, once your app is opened, or even when you are receiving alerts, the transactional receipt or the notification of every transaction drops immediately. Whatever is happening to your account, whether you made an investment or as it's increasing, there is a platform for you to monitor everything. Once you are on your mobile app, once a transaction is going, once it's coming, once it's increasing, is decreasing, everything is displayed on real time. Everything is displayed on real time, and those platforms are way more enhanced by than the platforms of deposit money bank. So the fintech bank provides you with real time activity update of what is happening on your account. And my next point goes to the aspect of security. These guys are really top notch when it comes to securing your account or securing their accounts, because they are aware that this is a cyber platform and there are a lot of cyber related security threats. So they take all measures that are necessary to ensure that your account is safe from outside hackers. And you see that when someone gains access into your account on fintech banks, is either because you have an issue from your own end, meaning that you exposed your details to someone else who gained access. But regardless of that, there are recent improvements in securities by these fintech banks to still enhance the user experience of you that own account with them. And some of them is maybe requiring your facial photos and turning your head to before your account can be logged in to perform a transaction, which is one of the improvements they are still making for their security. Now, my next point is the availability of credit facilities. The availability of credit facilities. Let's say you own an account with a fintech bank and you are in need of a loan. You don't need to start looking for a bank branch to go and fill a form. They look for collateral and all that. Most of them will beforehand provide you with the level of credit facility that you are liable to. There is a forum where you can check to see how much that you can borrow and the time frame for that and the interest for that. And you see that the moment you make an application, within minutes everything is processed and the money will be credited into your account. Unlike going into a bank, applying for a loan, bringing surety, bringing this one, bringing collateral, bringing this, bringing that. So the provision of credit facilities by fintech banks is straightforward and swift. It's not something that will take your time. It's not something that will cost you so much to process. The next point is the user-friendly interface of their platforms. Now, provided you can read and understand English, you can actually navigate any platform of fintech banks, because they know that it's likely no one will be there to explain anything to you and you will be hovering around this platform on your own. So they make their interface as understandable as possible, in the sense that the moment a user accesses their platform, he or she can navigate and do whatever he or she wants to do without the help of anyone. So their interfaces are very user friendly. And that brings me to the last point. Now, the last reason why I feel that fintech banks are better than deposit money banks is as a result of their innovative inclusion of products and services. Now, if you go to the platform of many fintech banks, a lot of money market instruments, insurance policies, mobile wallets, savings plans, and all that have been inculcated into their platforms. Meaning that if you maybe want to create a target savings from your account, you don't need to visit a branch. You can do it right there on your platform. If you want to buy an insurance policy, the platform is there for you. If you want to what is it called, invest in the money market, the provision is there for you to check and invest right there in the platform, and you get your return right there on the platform. Unlike when you want to invest in the money market, you go to Securities and Exchange Commission, you do this and that. So all these inclusion have been implemented, and they are gradually improving to the extent that you may really have to do everything by just opening your mobile app. So these are the 10 reasons why I feel that fintech banks are a little better than commercial banks or deposit money banks, as they are being called now. Now, this is not in any way of me trying to discredit the efforts of deposit money banks, but I'm just trying to tell you that there are a lot of things that can actually do on the platforms of fintech banks. And I'm actually glad because many deposit money banks of today are actually improving their mobile app banking experience to relate to what is obtainable in fintech banks platform. And I can say kudos to Nigerian banks for that. So until some other time, stay safe, take care of yourself, share this video, subscribe to my channel, like the video as well, and please share this video to get to other people. Until next time, bye.